coverage turns to Local 10's Janine Stanwood.
She's joining us with legal analyst David Weinstein to talk more about day one of the trial. Janine, take it away.
We've been watching this whole thing, and I think, David, one of the first things that we noticed was Michael Satz. He's the lead prosecutor. His opening statements were, as Christina said, deliberate. They were clear. He, without notes, named every victim, their ages, and their wounds. And it really, I think, was just very stunning. And you were saying it sort of mirrors what their point is, which is what Nikolas Cruz did, was deliberate. It was calculated.
The complete mastery that he had of the evidence that he was talking to these jurors about, standing in front of the lectern without any notes, knowing every single victim's name, victims who survived, victims who died, the number of bullets that Cruz used, how many magazines, how he entered the building, and details upon detail upon detail showed the systemic way that Cruz plotted and planned and premeditated this, and sets the stage for these jurors to expect to hear just that from the testimony that's going to come from the witness stand.
That those are the aggravating factors that, in Satz's words, will certainly outweigh any type of mitigating circumstances that could be brought up by the defense.
Exactly. And he harped on and hammered down on cold, calculated, premeditated, heinous, atrocious, and cruel. And that's a lot of what we heard from the first couple of witnesses and the audio that we heard that was played from the video that was taken.
Yeah, we heard a little bit of audio from Christina's story from Danielle Gilbert. She was that junior at MSD. She was in room 1213. She had that instinct, which so many young people do now, to pick up her phone and to start taking some video. And she, of course, was crying on the stand. We can see her there. And this was just so powerful, and it was just absolutely gut-wrenching.
And compelling. And the type of evidence that the state wants to introduce to show these 12 jurors that the aggravating factors, 7 of them that Satz enumerated for these jurors, are just so overwhelming that there is no mitigating circumstance that the defense can talk about, no matter how large they claim it to be, that's going to outweigh these aggravating factors. And he's setting the stage for those pieces of evidence to come in as to each of the victims in this case. 17 different times he's going to talk about the different aggravators as to each one of these victims. And
you have to think so much just about these families. There were families who were in the courtroom today. The Montaltos, you can see that is Fred Guttenberg and his wife as well. At one point you can see she's holding her ears. This was just so tough for them. And the thinking, of course, is that at some point down the road, once the state makes their case, we may be hearing then from some of these family members.
Well, we're going to hear victim impact statements from these victims' next of kin as to the impact this has had on them and on the impact on the society in Broward County from the loss of these victims, whether they were the young students, whether they were the teachers. That's what a victim impact statement is all about, once the state has established the aggravating factors.
Of course, court is right now in recess until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. All of this coverage you're going to see right here on Local 10. And then, of course, David and I will be on local10.com and so many social media platforms carrying this for you live. You will not miss a minute. It was definitely an impactful day one, and we'll see you for day two.